Hello, everybody. It's Andy Harris with Premier Property Group, and I just wanted to come to you today and talk to you about some of the numbers that I've been seeing and reading in the real estate market. As obviously we're in the midst of the pandemic, there's all sorts of activity that's dropped off. Of course, about 25 to 35%. Give or take, it currently is what I'm seeing mostly in terms of like a drop in pending sales and the amount of showings that are happening. I'll show you some of this stuff too, so you can see for yourself. Obviously, I'm not 100% sure where we're heading. I think a lot depends still on the science and what happens with any drugs that can come out to help treat this when we get a vaccine, and really just the timeline of that. In the beginning of this, there was a lot of questions of if we were going to see a V-shaped recovery or a U-shaped recovery. It seems like we're starting to uh, land a little bit more in a U-shaped recovery outcome here, just depending on length of time to get all this stuff taken care of and get in a better place. Let me just take a quick moment and just let you know that I'm hoping that you're all well, and if there's anything that I could do to help you in any way, real estate wise or otherwise, please don't hesitate to drop me a line. So the first thing I wanted to talk about a little bit, and I have some notes here that I'm going to read, is the showing activity. So back in March, we hit a peak for the year of 21,683 showings for the week, ending on March 16th. The bottom fell out to on April 5th. The report had 10,493 showings. So that was a drop in about 51.6% of showings at that week. So, the market basically in terms of buyer activity was halved. We're now, the last data that I have is from May 3rd, and that was 16,540 showings. So we jumped back up from the low about 57% and are down about 24% compared to the peak in mid-March. So you can see we've seen the activity go about in half and then pick up again by about a half. So we're down about a quarter. So that's in terms of buyer activity. And I'm going to show you my screen. I have a couple things I just wanted to show you. Here, this is an article from the National Association of Realtors. I think there's some interesting numbers in here. So first off, 77% of potential home sellers are preparing to still sell. So that kind of lines up with buyer activity that's down about 24%. Sellers are anticipated to be down about 23%. For potential home sellers. And then here's a few kind of interesting tidbits. 5% of realtors said their clients are shifting neighborhood preferences from urban areas to suburban areas. 1 in 8 realtors have had buyers change at least one home feature, like a home office, yard space, or space to accommodate family. And nearly 3 in 4 realtors have seller clients that have not reduced their pricing to attract buyers. So I do think that's kind of an interesting point that when are the question is, when are sellers and buyers going to really match up in expectations? I have a lot of buyer clients right now who are waiting for prices to drop, and a lot of sellers who just aren't there yet mentally, that prices are going to come down or that they need to drop their price. So let's look right here. This is kind of an interesting thing, this heat index that I get with my 5-star professional account. Portland is just about medium heat as compared to the rest of the country. And this is what realtors in the area are saying in terms of the heat index. You can see we peaked a couple months ago. We dropped a little bit last month, and it's picked up a little bit here to about a medium heat. Home pricing, the realtors are saying, kind of picked up a couple months ago, dropped a little bit last month, and there's a slight increase, looks like here. Buyer traffic, this kind of lines up with what we're seeing in the RMLS data, and then how agents are describing the market. You got a couple of months ago, you went into a strong, and track this red line is Portland, a really strong sellers market. Then last month about balanced, but still a little bit weighted towards sellers, and now back towards the seller market. So one thing that I'm seeing a lot is people who are buying in the lower price point are still seeing multiple offers. There's just still a lot of demand, not enough houses, not enough inventory. And you can see here, I got this inventory number 2.4, which is up slightly from last year at 2.2, but not too much for April. I mean, considering the circumstances, obviously some people have dropped off the listing side, and some of the buyers have dropped off or are holding off at the moment. But 2.4, it's still firmly in the seller's market from an inventory perspective. And then here's some interesting data. I mean, you can see, if you put this on pause, you can kind of read through this a little bit more. But one thing that I think is really interesting is look at this April 2019 median sale price 405 and 2020 424. So we're up 4.7% and up 5.6% from an average sales price perspective. It's the market's still up quite a bit over the last 12 months. Obviously, the $1 million question is how it's going to drop. If it's going to drop, I think that you really need to look at the market in segments and property types and price points. The higher the price point is going to be, I think, impacted significantly more, just based off, like jumbo loans. All jumbo loans, which is basically a loan over $510,400 this year, is going to be portfolioed by that loan company. So a lot of loan lenders are getting out of that. They're doing sometimes they're doing first and second mortgages. Some banks are still doing them, but it's impacted the higher end of the market. The lower end of the market, like I said, just not a lot of inventory, a lot more buyers. So you're going to see that. I think stay a little bit more firm in pricing. Some houses are still going to get multiple offers. And then like the condo market was already a little bit softer. I think it's still going to be, that's going to continue, and you're probably going to see a little bit more prices dropping a little bit on the condo side rather than the single family home side. So if you're in a high end condo, it's probably going to be a little bit harder to move, certainly than like a lower end single family home, which still might end up with multiple offers in the first week. So anyways, it'll be interesting to see how this all plays out. If you have any questions, if you have anything that I could do for you, if you want to talk, get a little bit deeper about the market, I'm happy to do that on a phone call or text or email. So just drop me a line when you have a chance. My number 503-504-2369, and my email is andy@portlandreagent.com. Thank you very much. Continue to practice your social distancing, and please stay safe, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.